Hello, everybody, and welcome to the wonderful world of football shirts, a football shirt podcast that's dedicated to all the things that we love about football shirts, whether we are collecting a template, whether we're collecting football shirts that have got different types of vegetables on them, or whether we like painting on football shirts. We are accepting of all in the community, and what I love to say is this place is our safe space where we can share our opinions on football shirts without having any of those little naysayers going, well, you're wrong. That's just rubbish. And to prove my point, I don't know if anybody saw this week, Football Creatio, who is one of the OG guests on this pod, Asa, he posted a picture of himself wearing the Man City third shirt, the one that won our Worst Shirt of the Year award, and he looked pretty cool in it. He likes it. I mean, what do you think about that? Did you see it, by the way?
I haven't seen it.
Am I talking? Oh, you haven't seen the photos. It's all right. Rich Johnson, guest in a moment. Shh.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. People are watching this. They can see you already, and I'm pretty sure the episode will be called Desert Island Kits featuring Richard Johnson. So if people don't know you're on the pod already, it'll be a bit of a... Yeah, but I can't do this pod by myself. If I do, it would go horribly wrong. So it's a good job I've got our wonderful editor-in-chief podcast putter together, Helen. Say hello, Helen.
Hi, hello.
Welcome back. Well, it's my fault that we were not here, but welcome back to the podcast.
Oh, thank you, Rich, and congratulations to you. It was a good reason to have a week off last week.
Yeah, no, I suppose it is.
When the child was born, did you do the Bebeto style celebration, but with a baby in your arms?
Oh, that would have been good. Hold on a moment.
Now I've realised that you've missed a trick there, and I've brought that up. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I feel guilty now about not doing it.
The moment.
Yeah. It's fine. I've got plenty of opportunities to do a Bebeto style thing. It's good to see you, Helen. We've also got Jake from Art on Shirt. Say hello, buddy.
Hello. Yeah, man, it's been good to see a few little pictures of baby already in a Wolves top. Less than a week in. I think did you say that was all thanks to Woody, who isn't here tonight?
Yeah, Woody, who's not here tonight, unfortunately. He asked for my address, and I just went, yeah, it's this. And then today just arrived in the post was a Wolves home shirt from this season. It's lovely, it's beautiful. And my auntie, bless her, she likes to knit. She's knitted a couple of jumpers, blankets, but she also knitted some Wolves football booties.
Very cool.
And so,
very cool.
Yeah. It's very lovely, and I'm very grateful for all of the well wishes. And we never know. Baby might make an appearance at some point, which might be quite nice. Today is a very special episode because it's the start of something new, a new chapter in the wonderful world of football shirts. Because later, guys, I hate to say it, but Rich Johnson is stuck on a desert island.
Oh no!
Oh no! But don't worry. Via satellite link, we're going to speak to him, and he's going to tell us what football shirts he's got on this desert island, as we have our first episode of Desert Island Kits. But before we do that, it's important that we follow the protocol of the podcast. So, first of all, I would like to welcome Rich Johnson. Say hello, Richard.
Hello. This is a shirt that's too big. It's the only thing that fits. It's a Bedale one. It's the sausage and mash and peas, but it's very long. So, Kermit might make an appearance.
It's like I'm trying to think. It's like you're Ant-Man, and you've just shrunk just a little bit, just so normal clothes don't fit anymore.
I wish.
Welcome to the pod. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Do you still say Happy New Year?
Definitely not, Rich. Definitely
technically,
not.
Mate.
you can say it up until the 31st of December if you really want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I haven't seen you in person since the last time I saw you, which was last year. But also, I've got a bit of baby brain, so you can forgive me for being a bit weird on that one. Yes, Rich, you are going to be our first participant on Desert Island Kits. How are you feeling? You feeling excited?
I'm feeling nervous. I'm not equipped to live on a desert island or even survive, and I feel like just having some football kits with me is probably not the best way. I've seen the film Castaway, and I don't mean the Tom Hanks one. I mean the one with Oliver Reed and Amanda Donohoe in it, because I am an old person. If you haven't seen that, it's a great film. It's a bit of nudity in it. We're going off topic here. Yeah, quite sort of apprehensive, and also very honoured to be the first. Let's just hope that I make it off the island at some point. Or maybe we'll just keep repeating the same thing like Lost until everyone figures out they can't write an ending.
Well, hello to you. Right, let's get on with the show, shall we? And what we like to do, Rich, is we like to have a little bit of actual football chat. It's been a few weeks since we've last recorded, so we don't have Woody's Roundup today. But in lieu of that, Rich, I'll start off. Is there any kind of like non-football shirt chat you want to get off your chest? Have you got a bee in your bonnet about something?
No, not really, other than the fact that Cov keep dropping points. Like, we had a 10-point lead at the top of the table at one point, and now we have a no-point lead. So
it's all to play for, isn't it, in the Championship at the moment? It's crazy. Well,
insane. Considering where we were, it's just yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of in the mood where you don't want to talk about football.
Just not about Cov.
Oh, Jake, what about you? You got anything you want to get off your chest about football at the moment?
I'm just loving life at the moment. It's been 3 weeks of absolute Michael Carrick ball bliss. And we've had so many conversations about it, Rich, and I say it's always never as bad as it seems, and it's only a short little fix away from completely turning, and it's exactly that, really. Just a new lease of life, bit of energy put into them, and they're suddenly not a team full of, squad full of 24 players that need to get sacked and shifted on, and they're not good enough, etc. And everywhere, the whole place is just buzzing. So yeah, I'm all good. The only thing I can think of, because I do a lot of my painting at night, and I put like Sky Sports on, or podcasts and stuff like that. And I had Sky Sports News on last night, and it was the paper talk bit, and they were sort of, the presenter was kind of questioning the two people, the writers, about certain things, certain topics. You know the gist. You've seen it all before, haven't you, Rich? You probably know exactly what it's like. And though I didn't like the line of sort of questioning about Pep. Pep Guardiola had a press conference where he was kind of very playful, making little jokes and stuff like that about transfer budgets and stuff. I mean, he has spent loads, and he probably is in a position to call other people out for spending money. But it was the bit where he started to actually talk about world events, and they were trying to shoot him down and stop him from talking about it, or kind of ridicule him as if to say, it's not your place to get involved. And I didn't quite like that. I think it's a perfect place to sort of use your platform for what you believe in. And I just wanted to say, like, fair play to Pep recently for sticking up for what his beliefs are and just putting it out there, regardless of what people are saying about him.
You know what? That's a really good point, because with that same stick, they were beating Gareth Southgate for sometimes not saying enough about political things that are happening. And so Gareth Southgate, when England manager, did have to do a lot of media training and make sure he was well versed with current events, because at some points, they'd come to him and he'd be giving out advice to the country, wouldn't he?
Exactly that, yeah.
I like that one. That's good, and I like it. We're sticking up for him. Helen, don't suppose, have you got any football stuff you saw this week?
No football stuff. I'm getting very geared up for the Winter Olympics. I really love it, and I love seeing what kit all the different teams have been set up with, because it is so beautiful. I think that the Winter Olympics is such a special event because it's so high profile. They have all these massive designers involved, but also some of the teams are tiny, so they can hand embroider cashmere from Mongolia, because there's only 3 people in the Mongolia team.
No way.
Like, it is so worth looking through some of the outfits, and I think it is like national pride at its best. There's some brilliant stories in there. Lots of great stories from the north of Scotland, which is where I'm from, which is, I think, why I'm so invested in it. But also, there's a guy who used to ski for Norway and is now skiing for Brazil, and I think he's the only person on the team, but he's going to do incredibly well. Because it's in Milan, a bunch of design houses have got involved as well, and the clothes are gorgeous and so sophisticated because they have to be worn in this freezing weather and really protect the athletes in a way that other sports clothing don't have to. I'm really looking forward to the Winter Olympics and the Six Nations starting this weekend. So yeah, it is sports kicking off in our house.
Right. So first of all, we need Helen on Six Nations watch, because that was last year as well, wasn't it? We had Helen looking at the kits and rating and reviewing the kits for the nations. Helen, I'm so glad you brought up the Winter Olympics thing, because I did put a message in the group the other day of, whilst I was in hospital waiting for induction, baby to be born, I just went down a rabbit hole of watching these athletes posting their pictures, videos of unboxing their Adidas kit for Team GB. It was the biathlete for GB who was just throwing on every different jumper in different colours. And then I think it was Ireland had all got Aaron knit jumpers with the Ireland logo on. And then America have got not just Nike, but they've also got Ralph Lauren to do their woolen stuff.
Ralph Lauren really dress the American team up like baddies in an 80s movie. It's incredible. And
Aaron
they have this big
leather jackets.
Wrap around. It could be a skirt, it could be a cape with a big eagle on it. And they all have matching fleeces with eagles on. Oh, so good.
That's just unlocked a thing from the weekend for me. Did you see Liverpool turning up to their match all in different Tommy Hilfiger items? So it must be some sort of link up between Tommy Hilfiger and Liverpool, that they all come not in the same outfit, but all of them were in literally like a runway. They were all in different Tommy gear, walking from the bus to the changing rooms.
That's not even the trend at the moment, the 10 years ago trend. That's like a 20 years ago trend, isn't it? Tommy Hilfiger. I didn't even know it was still a thing, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
I have got to show. I got to say though, it's slightly on theme. My brother has just not long left. He's come round to visit Axel, my little baby, and he's bought lots of gifts. And Jake, you know where my brother works and the links he's got. He has bought in a load of baby Armani clothes, and I'm talking like shirt, blazer, waistcoat, tie kind of get up, which is absolutely
does Axel
mad.
have some formal events to attend?
No, but it's just mad that the obviously Armani, that's Napoli, isn't it? That was where my brain was going. That's the tie-in. That's the link. So if I get a little Napoli badge and stick it to his suit jacket, he could dress up as a Napoli manager. I'm glad you brought that up, Helen. That is a good one. I've myself have enjoyed it, and I'm going to enjoy watching the Winter Olympics. My non-football shirt chat, transfer deadline day, that kind of came and went without a bit of a fuss. Wolves sold Strand Larson to Crystal Palace for oh God, that video is awful.
It's the best thing about it. Love it.
48 million. Then we bought Armstrong from Southampton. Is that it for a little bit of money? It feels like we're just getting ready for life in the Championship.
You've got yourselves a fair few Gomez's now, though, haven't you?
No, that's another one. We've got all of them.
Every single Gomez going.
If we've got them, do we level up and like form one super Gomez?
Have you got more Gomez's than Buenos? Because every time it's like a Bueno pasta Bueno. I'm like, hold on a second, who's this?
Well, we've got Bueno, pasta Gomez, pasta Gomez, pasta Gomez, pasta Gomez, pasta Gomez.
I don't know. I just thought you've got yourself a fair few now. But Angel's a good player, so that's quite cool. It's quite exciting.
It is, yeah. There was one other thing I wanted to bring up before we moved on. Adama Traore scaring the living hell out of that Chelsea player has got to be the funniest thing I saw this week. So, Rich Johnson, did you see the incident when Traore was in the corner? Cucurella was trying to push him over. Traore turned around, flung Cucurella out the club, and he at one point, I think he was vertical.
He bounced, right? He literally bounced off the ground.
And then, who was it? Who was the Chelsea player? I don't know who it was, but João Pedro pushed Traore, and he stumbled. Traore turned around, and his eyes just went red, and he's like whole body flexed, and he started stomping over towards him, and he scared the living shit out of this Chelsea player who ran away quite quickly. It was brilliant. Madness. I love football. Right. Let's before we get on with the Desert Island kits, let's just have a little chat about some new releases, if that's all right with you guys. And Jake, you know more about this than I do, don't you? I think.
I don't know. Hit me. What we're talking?
You sent an oversized black Germany shirt.
I did.
As we know, the World Cup is going to be in America, Mexico, and Canada this year. And on the day this episode is released, it will have been the Super Bowl. America, sports, woohoo! Go team! And the way that Adidas are celebrating America, they've come up with a sort of oversized American football style football shirt, but it's very 90s themed. Is that a fair thing to say?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of them. So what it is, Adidas, I've only seen 4 that they've released, and they've released them for Germany, Argentina, Japan, and Mexico. Like you say, Rich, oversized American football style jerseys. They've all got a little bit of inspiration to certain kits that country's wore. So the Germany one is an all black number with the 94 styled diamond pattern on the sleeves. It's really cool. It is pretty cool. Argentina is a throwback to that. Is it South Korea?
That's early Messi, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like early 2000s, isn't it? That one that they've gone to. With a big
Johnson,
19.
But yeah, sort of around about then, 2004, possibly. Yeah. Maybe even a bit of 2006 in there as well.
Yeah, and then
19 was Messi's early squad number, wasn't it?
There was Japan with kind of like that sort of flamey styled pattern going on the sleeves, but this is black rather than like a flame or bits of red. And then the Mexico one. I mean, I'm not too sure what kit that's kind of game, but it's got this big Mexico font going across the middle, which looks really cool, and a white and red colours for the 3 stripes. They're all really cool. They're what you imagine different members of the Backstreet Boys to be wearing in the 90s for a live performance. Like each one of them in a different colour, some baggy jeans. It's cool, man.
Yeah. Helen, as our resident fashionista, what do you think of these?
I think I need to see them on people moving around because they do look over the top big.
Yeah.
So they going to be wearing these? Is this fashion, or is this what they're going to be wearing to play in?
This is fashion.
No, it can't be.
Yeah, I think this
is
is
just
yeah.
casual
I
wear.
think it's like a lifestyle range. So to be honest with you, the players probably won't even wear these. They're just for the fans to wear.
Oh, well, quite cool for a fan. Quite cool for the fans. Yeah, I think I quite like it.
Okay. Rich Johnson, as a football shirt collector, are you buying these?
Hell no. I mean, despite my insane collection, I generally don't like anything that isn't a kit. Well, it's not to say I don't like it, but I don't value them. I like these. I mean, again, being an old person, I remember in the late 80s, they used to have NFL-style shirts that you could get for your club. So like Celtic, Tottenham, Rangers, and I think you could get like an England one as well. They were very basic, though. They were literally just the colours of your club and then some gridiron-style numbers on the front. They look kind of cool, though. And my mate used to be into the Miami Dolphins at the time. I was a New York Giants fan because my uncle lives in New York. So there you go. But no, I like them. I think they're quite cool. Like you say, as fan wear, great, but I wouldn't collect them personally. Not even the Argentina one.
That's fair enough. I personally, from the four that we've seen, I think the best one is the Germany one, because I think that just looks the coolest. I'm not too much of a fan of the over-Americanizing of the Mexico one and having 19 on the front. That, to me, is a step too far in the kind of world between football and NFL. The Mexico one, I think, is quite cool, but again, is just... There's something about the Germany one that's still quite European football, whereas the Mexico one is very American with the name across the chest. But that's just my opinion. You're allowed your own opinion. Helen, out of the four that you've got there, which one are you buying?
I am buying what's the blue and white one with the black flames on the front?
Oh, Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, that.
Cool. Rich Johnson, which one are you buying?
I mean, I should go for the Argentina, but I do think the Germany one is the coolest.
Cool. Jake?
Germany one for me. Yeah, I love anything with that 94 style pattern.
Nice. All right. Well, do you know what? That concludes our football chatty business today, because I don't think we've got much else, because we've got Desert Island Kits. Here we go. Right, so... right, Helen, if there is a song, play the song. The music.
What shirts will you bring? Which crisps will you eat? What's the weather like? We're on a day in the desert island. Football dreams in the sun. Waves crash, seagulls sing.
Okay, and in the words of Terry Venables, that's a real key jangler. Was that what he said to Three Lions? I always remember that documentary when Baddiel and Skinner went round the England team, and when they performed it for the first time in front of the England team at the training camp just before Euro 96. It was all of them were like, and Terry Venables went, "Oh, it's a real key tapper."
No, I don't know, but yeah.
Oh. Well, there you go. It is.
How right he was.
Yeah. He knew. He was ahead of his time, that Terry Venables. Welcome to Desert Island Kits. Now, the idea of Desert Island Kits is based on an old radio program called Desert Island Discs, in where the guest would come on and they were allowed to bring 3 records with them, and you would talk over what 3 records you would bring and why. Now, what we've done, cleverly, we've taken the word discs and we've replaced it with the word kits, which sounds very similar, but it's not.
Now I get it. Now it makes sense.
Yeah. So now we're on Desert Island Kits, and unfortunately, Richard Johnson has been stranded on a desert island. But luckily enough, he did pack his suitcase, and in his suitcase, he has got 3 football shirts, kits. I'll say kits. We are kits. But also, just for funsies, because on this podcast we don't take ourselves too seriously, he has also got packed a drink, a snack, and a packet of crisps. So he's not going to starve.
for about one meal.
I feel like, not that I've really listened to Desert Island Discs, you can play the music over and over again, right? So let's just imagine it's an endless supply of crisps, snack and drink.
That's fine. I'm all right then.
Okay.
Yeah. Might end up with like massive diabetes though, based on what I'm thinking. So I wasn't planning for the long term when I made my choices.
No, that's fair enough. It's not real. It's imaginary.
That would explain why I'm still in my house then.
You've done a really good job of building a little fort
I
on
know,
your desert island.
Decorated it well, haven't I?
Right. The joy with this is everything is open to interpretation. So if you want to be on a hot desert island or a cold desert island, the point of this part of the show is that you are going to discuss the shirts you bring with you, but I have to caveat and say they have to be 3 shirts that are in your collection already. This is the joy of it, because otherwise the 3 best shirts, people will go Germany 94, Holland 82, and we don't want that. We want your top 3 shirts. So Rich, I'm going to just start with your shirt number 1, kit number 1. What are you bringing to the table?
Okay, so what I've done is I've actually decided that I'm kind of planning for being on a desert island with my choice of kits. So rather than just picking my favourite kits, I'm thinking about survival here for a day at least. And again, I did mention earlier that I might have some honourable mentions. Now, my first kit, there was a runner-up for this, and it's a very nice kit. So my island is probably going to be somewhere in Scandinavia because I love winter, hence why I'm really looking forward to the Winter Olympics. And it's going to be mostly cold. One day of sun maybe, that's fine, I can deal with that. So my first kit is this one. The honourable mention is this one. And that is Parma. And it was one of their anniversary shirts. Now, the reason I've gone for that is because it's made of wool. So it's nice and warm on a cold desert island. However, it's probably going to be a bit sort of rainy as well. So the one I've actually gone for, that was my honourable mention. The one I've actually gone for is one of my favourite shirts as well, which is that one. Which is the SK brand rubbery shirt.
Sexy Pop.
No, that's Sexy Pop.
No?
Is Sexy Pants. That's a different one. This is the one that was in the news headlines because it was, I say the news headlines, the kit headlines. I think it was on the news at 10 because it was supposedly made of latex, and it isn't made of latex. It does have a rubberized coating on the outside though, and it's because it's SK brand are Norwegian and they play in very harsh weather, so they had this to try and stave off some of the rain. So that is my first choice, and it is an entirely practical choice, but it's also cool. So there you go.
Do we know how successful that was as a concept, as a performance concept?
Well, they only had it for one season, so I'm guessing it was more of a gimmick than anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, logically, if you're in cold weather, okay, even if it's raining, I mean, polyester doesn't really absorb much rain anyway, so you're probably better off just wearing layers and staying cool.
Yeah.
Cool, warm. The rubber is just going to be just weird to wear, I would have thought. Unless you're into that.
A nightmare for the kit, man.
Yeah. Well, especially if you tries to iron it.
Or just
It's
wipe
white
it down and then hang it back up.
Saving a fortune on dry cleaning bills. You're just gonna get a wet wipe and wipe it down.
Oh,
yeah. Just imagine how sweaty that would be after 10 matches.
Ugh.
With just a wet wipe
there's
in
a little
between.
gusset where you just kind of like lift it and all the water just comes flowing out.
A discharging gussets. Ugh.
Okay. So I like the practicality of the first one. I like it's good. It's an interesting shirt to say the least. It's one you and I have discussed before, and I like it. It's the theory of it's great. What's your next one?
My next one, that one. Don't know if you can see that very well. It's not coming out in the light room. But then obviously, I mean, it's not an original. It is a retro remake, but I just love looking at it. It's such an awesome kit. So I would take that purely to just ogle all day in the winter months, and in the summer months, it's AirTech, so I can put that on. I feel nice and cool as I stroll down the beach.
So for listeners that aren't having the luxury to watch, it's an Argentina shirt, wasn't it?
Yeah, 86, the World Cup one. Like I say, not an original because you can only get player shirts, and they're a little bit expensive.
Just a tad.
Unfortunately, it's just a retro remake of it.
So what's the AirTech technology?
It's just holes, basically. It's got holes in it. That's it. That's the technology. They punched a load of holes in it. It's like a hole punch, basically. Actually, here's I say interesting anecdote. That depends on how much you care about this or not. When they were, I don't know if you know the story about the fact that for the quarterfinal against England in the '86 World Cup, they changed their away shirt. Argentina did. And it's the old story where went down a local sports shop in Mexico, brought 2 shirts back, and Maradona chose which one. Prior to that, they had, because obviously the home shirts were AirTechs, the away shirts weren't, and they were quite heavy. So what the team did at first, and I've seen one of the shirts, is they just stuck holes in the normal away shirts. So there is, I'll try and find it, and there's a picture of a shirt with like just holes in it. But they're not small holes. They're like that big, like a couple of them were like a couple of centimeters across. It's like, and they're all just all over the place. It looks
like they've just got a pair of scissors.
Yeah, literally, that's what they did. They got a pair of scissors, snips in it, and it literally looks like someone shot them with a shotgun. So yeah,
that's the kind of like the modern cutting of the socks, right? The things in the back of the socks are those the shirts. I can see the logic behind it. I also find it really funny, the idea that AirTech is literally, they've made the shirt and went, hole punch, and go, shnoop, 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 shnoop. That's the noise a hole punch makes.
It is. On material it is, yeah.
Yeah. It's a fabulous shirt, really, and it's iconic. And you know what? Again, you've used logic and reasoning. You've got something nice to look at. If you can just look at that shirt constantly, and then you're not going to get too hot as you're walking down the beach on the one day of summer you've got. You celebrating there, Jake?
Yeah, sorry.
Who's just scored?
Hibs 3-2 in the 92nd minute.
Who are they playing?
Dundee United.
Oh.
Ooh, my friend.
That's what my life's turned into.
Okay, so there's your second one. Mm-hmm. Do you have any other honourable mentions before we get on to your last shirt?
I do, and this was purely because, again, it's just one of my favourite shirts in the collection, which I've mentioned before when I've been on here, and that's the Gamba Osaka Expo shirt. The one with the
I remember this one.
Dinosaurs, because it's such an awesome shirt. I genuinely think it's probably one of my favourite. It's, if not the favourite shirt in my collection. It's just absolutely awesome. And so, yeah, I did consider that, but I didn't go for it. So do you want to know what my final shirt is?
Oh, go on then.
Do we want to know the final shirt, or shall we go for a snack first?
Oh yeah, snack first. Yeah, build it. Yeah,
let's just do a sandwich. Let's build a bit of drama. What? So snack is just. I was talking about sandwiching the football shirts in between, when you just gone sandwich, and I'm like, yeah, sandwich, be a good choice. What snack are you bringing?
Well, assuming we're not having sandwiches as a snack, because that's a lunch, it's not a snack. This is where the diabetes will probably kick in over time. I'm bringing some Lindt chocolate because and what I've chosen the snacks on the proviso that the island itself is going to have enough food to survive on as a basic thing. So my snacks are luxury items. So I've brought Lindt original chocolate.
And you did mention earlier that you are on a cold island, so that chocolate's not going to melt. So that's good. My wife has had gestational diabetes for the entirety of the pregnancy, so she wasn't really allowed to have lots of chocolate and stuff. The one thing she wanted the day after she gave birth was an Easter egg, because that's obviously a lot of the time the best type of chocolate is Easter egg chocolate. So I bought her one, but in the hospital, absolutely roasting in there. So by the time she got to it, she still loved it, but it was a slightly meltier egg. But Rich Johnson has thought about this. He is on a cold island, and he's not got to worry about that because his Lindt chocolates are all wrapped up in their little red. It's the red ones, right?
No, this is the original recipe, like just their standard chocolate. I do like their extra creamy, but this is just the standard chocolate. The stuff they also make the bunnies out of.
Yes.
You see? Nah, you know.
I've got the bunny right there. Yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Lucky me, eh? Lucky me. Okay. Right. So we've got the snack. We've got 2 shirts. Shall we have a little drink as well?
Yeah. And again, more diabetes coming. Out of all the drinks in the world, I've just gone for one that again will be very nice in the cold, and that's just pure Coca-Cola, original Coca-Cola. Because I figured if I had alcohol, I'll just end up wrecked the whole time. More than just shipwrecked, I will be wrecked. So I thought, no, I'm just gonna keep it nice and simple and just have a nice ice cold soft drink whenever I want it.
I like the idea of that. Jake, are you a Coca-Cola guy?
I'm a Coke Zero guy.
That's cool. Coke Zero is good.
Yeah, I have to be careful.
He's drinking Pepsi Max there. He's going off brand.
Yeah, I mean Pepsi Max is good as well. Yeah, we can do that one.
Well, I prefer Pepsi Max to Coke Zero. You see, I do. Yeah. Coke Zero is nice, but it's just I think Pepsi Max is closer to Pepsi than Coke Zero is to Coke. So.
I mean, I think they're just as good nowadays. I am diabetic, so like I find like the Coke Zeros and most of the zero drinks now like that. If I need like a sweet hit without hitting the sugar, then there's nothing in them. They're exactly the same for me.
Yeah.
I personally haven't found Dr. Pepper hitting the mark yet.
The zero one's not too bad.
I personally I noticed the difference way too much.
I really don't like the taste of sweeteners. So I only really drink the 1901 recipe Iron Brew.
Oh yeah.
See, I didn't like that as much as the regular Iron Brew.
I think it's my favourite drink. I tell you what, which means I just don't really drink fizzy drinks.
Iron Brew Extra, which is the zero. That is actually pretty decent.
There's a weird one with Iron Brew right now, because you've got your Iron Brew, then there's Iron Brew Extra, which they say is like sugar-free or zero sugar, but then there's actually Iron Brew sugar-free, which is a completely different packaging as well. So it's an odd one.
Isn't that like Zero and Diet Coke, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's sort of similar to that sort of thing with the Iron Brew.
Yeah. Well, that's I read as well. Mother-in-law was telling me that she suffers with a cough, bad throat, and drip or whatever it is, and Coca-Cola is really good for kind of coating your throat and stopping a cough. So actually, there is a medicinal element to it as well, because I mean, imagine with it being cold, you might start feeling a bit ill. I'll just coat that throat in a bit of Coca-Cola and you'll be sound as a pound, mate.
Except it'll be really cold and it'll just hurt my throat. That's another reason not to have alcohol, you see, because it's got a low freezing temperature. So you could pick up some lovely whiskey and think, ooh, nice. But then you drink it and it's minus 30 degrees C and you freeze your throat.
Whiskey slushy.
Well, no, I don't like the idea of that. That sounds... But also, whiskey slushy does kind of sound good. Who knows? Anyway. Right. I like those choices, though. So it's a Coca-Cola, and it was Lindt chocolate. So that's just basic Lindt chocolate.
Yeah.
If anything, you've got a whole sack full of rabbits.
Yeah. And, rabbits, there'll be more of them by the time you come back to the sack.
I like your thinking.
Womp womp.
Right then. I feel like we shouldn't really do crisps last, because this is a football shirt podcast. but I do obsess over crisps a lot. I recently, I think I was talking to Woody a while ago. I'm going slightly off tangent. And I said to Woody, if you were Scrooge McDuck, you know Scrooge McDuck has got his tower full of money and he dives into it like it's like a swimming pool. And it is a swimming pool, but it's full of money. If you could do that in real life, what would you have to dive into? And me and Woody, I was texting him it just randomly, and we both said crisps. And so we got into a conversation, and we were very close to starting a spin-off podcast where we would just talk about crisps. And so every so often I see things, and there is a person who has documented every single packet of crisps that have been released in the UK and have cleaned out the packet and put it in a book. And I was like, this is brilliant.
It is class, to be fair.
And I think I'll post it on the group, and maybe you've seen it, Richard. If not, I'll send it to you. But there was a period of time when there was the Salt and Lineker, and Cheese and Owen, and Michael Owen. There's a picture of Michael Owen, a cartoon of Michael Owen on the front, and do you remember those, Jake?
Oh yeah. Do you remember the Gaza crying advert?
One of the best TV
tears
adverts.
coming out of his tears coming out. Yeah.
Helen, do you remember the Spice Girl ones?
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be. I mean, crisps used to be such a feature of life, didn't it? But I guess because there's a lot more rules about what you can promote, how, and fat contents and salt contents and stuff, they're not really allowed to have fun with crisps
I don't want anymore. It's rubbish.
This is going to turn. Like packs of cigarettes have got people with like cancerous bits on them to try to put you off. And there is
a blanked out packet of crisps.
Yeah, it's going to read knickknacks in italic, and then have a picture of a fat guy on it. I'm like, I'll stop buying the knickknacks.
With his top off.
Right. I've gone off tangent, but Richard, you have got a packet of crisps that you can take with you. What crisps are you taking with you?
Well, before I reveal the most important part, which is the crisp, you mentioned about doing a podcast about crisps. I've done that. The Attic Life pod that I was telling you about the other day, the one about death. Well, the one that followed that was about foods, our top 3 foods, and we ran a whole day's worth of foods at one point, which was crisps. But we also did past crisps as well as present, so ones that don't exist anymore. And that's the thing. If I had my choice, my best crisps ever were kettle chips, and they were maple syrup and bacon flavour. And they were just amazing. But they don't make them anymore, so I can't have that. So I'm going for McCoy's salt and vinegar.
Oh, yes. Love a ridged crisp.
Solid choice.
Never get sick of those, so I could just eat them forever.
Would you say that salt and vinegar is your top choice anyway?
Probably, yeah. I'm not one of these cheese and onion types. Something dodgy about them.
I personally have found it very interesting over the last week, in which my wife has asked for salt and vinegar crisps, but not salt and vinegar. She wants the posh versions, and around the hospital there are 4 different places to buy food, including a little bit further an Aldi and a Sainsbury's, and it's all these different ones. It's not just balsamic vinegar. It's like cider vinegar and sea salt, and it's not just sea salt. There's also like pink rock salt and
Himalayan sea salt.
Yeah,
Himalayan sea salt and something vinegar, and it's like, oh my god. And at first I thought they were going to taste the same, aren't they? But actually, it tastes well different. Although I can't.
Which one are you recommending?
I don't remember.
I always go for the Co-op brand, because I think they're really strong vinegary. I think they're the best ones.
Oh, well, you'll like what I've got at our house, which you'll be more than welcome to have when you come visit. Doritos did a vinegar flavoured crisp to celebrate.
Oh, I had those.
Ooh.
No.
Celebrate Minecraft. It's just vinegar. I can't get them. They're like, I I can't eat a whole pack, but they're so moorish because they're Doritos and I bloody love them. But yeah,
Chili
there's a
heat
pack with
where
your
it's
name on.
out. Doritos.
Oh, yeah, chili heat Doritos, man.
Was this
Right, well, welcome to the wonderful world of crisps.
Got to do that.
It's got legs. Rich Johnson, you've given us your 3 foodie drinky items. You've given us 2 of your shirts and a couple of honourable mentions, but we're not culminating. But please tell us your final shirt that you're wearing on your desert island.
Okay, so I will not be wearing this shirt. I will only be looking at it and clutching it tightly to my bosom because it's my first ever shirt. From when I was 12, my Cov 87 shirt, and I would have that just to remind me of home.
It's signed, signed as well, Rich, yeah?
It is, yeah. So a couple of years ago, actually no, nearly 10 years ago now, I was invited to the anniversary of the cup final, and there were a couple of the ex-players there, and John Sillett, and so I got it signed by a couple of them and John Sillett.
Wow, brilliant!
So, and I thought, I don't normally go in for signed shirts, but I thought my original 87 shirt, I've got to get that signed by them because it's not like I'm ever going to wear it. So
yeah.
Yeah,
cool,
so I would take that just to remind me of the life that I've left behind.
Oh, okay. What manufacturer is that shirt?
Is it Story?
Triple S Sports.
Ah, never heard of those before.
No, nobody has.
Did they make anything else?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't even know where they were from. I know they're an English manufacturer because it says "Made in England" in the label. But yeah, I think they might have been just a local company or something.
Oh, well,
we weren't. Until we won the cup, we were hardly like fashionable. Although we did have Umbro for 3 seasons beforehand. So.
And I mean, obviously, this is the point of doing this is that it means something to you. So I'm not going to knock that, but let's just have a look at the shirt again. And obviously, if you could put aside the sentimentality, do you think it's a good shirt? Do you think it's a good Coventry City shirt? I think because, you know, we are used to a certain colour and maybe a block colour. So like there are nuances to it. I like the collar. There's a little thin pinstripe, isn't there, next to the... Is that right? Is there a little pinstripe next to it?
Yeah.
What do you think of it as a shirt itself? Do you like that shirt?
It's hard to separate it from the 87 Cup final and the whole season. And also it was the first season that I was into football, so it has more than just the Cup final meaning to me. I don't know. I like it as a shirt. Is it a good Cov shirt? That's up for debate because... I don't know. I prefer us when we're playing in something a bit more interesting than just plain sky blue. I find the plain sky blue a bit boring. I mean, one of my favourite shirts of all time was the one we had in 96, 97, which was the first Lecoq Sportif one we had, which was like
cool.
a sort of a light blue and navy blue thick stripes. I just love that because it was such a bold kit and completely different to what we'd sort of really had before. So yeah, I don't know. It's not a very traditional Cov shirt at all, although we did have sort of blue and white stripes before we became the Sky Blues. So it does have some history to it, but yeah, I don't know. My favourite Cov shirt was the one from the season after anyway, which was the Hummel half and half one. Which is ideal really, because it's sky blue and stripes.
Yeah, you've hit the whole kit and caboodle there. And you had that shirt again 2 seasons ago now, was it? Was it last? It wasn't last year, was it?
No, we did have a similar one. It was the year we got to the semi-final. Sorry, it was the year we were robbed in the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Yeah, because you beat Wolves in the...
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we robbed you first, and then we got done over by our bloke's toenail, which was offside. The most ridiculous thing ever. Still not over it. Yeah, we did. Yeah, yours? No, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. I won't be thinking about it on the desert island at all. I can talk to Milky Joe about it for hours.
I feel like, just going back to your Mighty Boosh reference, it's one of the most underrated jokes in the Mighty Boosh when Noel Fielding says, "I don't like these bounties. They're really like rough on the outside." And I think that's such a good joke that just gets so overlooked. He's chomping on a coconut.
Yeah,
good episode that.
Brilliant episode, that one.
Yeah, one of the best.
Doesn't he find
Rich
a stroke
Johnson.
CD?
Oh,
Doesn't he just randomly? Does he find a stroke CD that he's glistening for help?
He used
It
it
was,
to
wasn't
try
it?
and give for help
It's just in his
to
pocket
a
or
boat
something.
that's just there.
Class.
Okay, well, we're now doing a Crisp and Mighty Boosh special episode where we'll just talk about Crisps and Mighty Boosh. Do you want to come on for that as well, Rich?
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
Feels what is pleasure.
I find myself singing that song every so often for no other reason.
I like Spirit of Jazz. And Spirit of Jazz.
Yeah, it was good.
Good times.
That was
never
Electro.
one
Was that
for
Electro Boy? That was the Electro Boy song episode, wasn't it?
I am Electro Boy. Yes.
Which one? The Spirit of Jazz?
Yeah.
Because wasn't he like he was?
Wasn't Electro Boy the third series?
Oh, I don't
Wasn't
know.
he-
They're all merged into one, to be honest. I couldn't tell you what.
Because he was in a band, wasn't he? He was the lead singer, and that he was all doing electro.
And Howard
wasn't it that like he? Oh no,
he was in a vacuum.
doing.
He was in a vacuum, and then the vacuum sort of come up, and then
Wasn't the Spirit of Jazz the one where he bit into the record? He was doing punk, wasn't he? And he bit into the record to show how punk he was.
God,
Or it was the
that's 20 years ago when I watched this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
right, guys, get out your Mighty Boosh DVDs. Bring it back to 2016. Do the trend. Rich, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for being the first on our Desert Island kits.
What shirts will you bring? Which crisps will you eat? What's the weather like? We're on a day in the desert island. Football dreams in the sun. Waves crash, seagulls sing. We play till the day is done.
I really enjoyed it. It's a little different, I think, and that's one of the joys that you bring to the pod with your array of shirt knowledge and sausage, mash, and peas. It's the kind of stuff you bring.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here. I'd love coming on here. It's great. And so, but this is my hat trick. It's third time. So
So yes, you get a proverbial match ball.
hurrah!
And we'll sign it for you.
I mean, to be honest, I'd rather have a ferry off this island if that's all right. I need to get home. I've got work tomorrow.
All right. Well, we'll organise that for you. Helen, what do you make of Rich's choices? I mean, this is the first one. We don't really know if they're good or bad, but they're Rich's choices, aren't they?
I think Rich has really thought this through. Really solid choices. Something practical to guard against the weather. Something exciting to keep his morale up, keep his feeling of hope, and then something nostalgic to remind him who he is and where he comes from. I love that. This is so well thought out.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Good choices.
Thank you.
We were happy with that. Okay, so before we sign off to everybody, I didn't say this at the beginning, and it's annoying because I keep on thinking I should remember. We are the Wonderful World of Football Shirts. We are a podcast dedicated to football shirts. I've said that. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify in particular. And then there's all the other different platforms. You can find us audio as well. You can just type in Wonderful World of Football Shirts on YouTube and on Spotify. If you're looking for us on Instagram, TikTok, and X, you can find us on @ShirtsPod. If you enjoy the content that we provide and you're thinking about doing something to help support us in any way possible, then you can go to buymeacoffee.com/shirtspod, where you can buy us a coffee. It's a kind of a little donation to the pod, and it helps us keep the lights on, keep us recording and paying for these like little stream platforms that we use. We've got a really exciting episode for you next week. All being well, if we're all here, we're recording a Stranger Things episode. Yes, we're going upside down. This was Woody's idea, and I really like it. What we're going to do is we're going to use our imagination, and we're going to think about some of our favourite football kits, and we're going to reverse the colours on them. So if you think about, Rich, think about your favourite Coventry City shirt with your blue and white stripes. What were the away colours that year?
I thought you just meant you were going to have white and blue stripes instead.
Yeah,
the away colour was yellow.
So imagine that with yellow
and black stripes. It was yellow and black stripes. So
imagine it. Imagine your home kit pattern, but with your away kit colours.
Ooh, quite like that.
Yeah, so we're going upside down. We're going to go trade. So, listeners, if there's any you think of your team or a team you think of that might be a good kind of representation, you can't have some because obviously Germany 1990, it already happened sort of thing, didn't it? They used the same template. Same with Holland 82. But there'll be some that might be quite fun to have a look at and try. And we'll use the wonderful idea of technology to try and flip the colours around. So yes, if you, dear listeners, have any ideas of ones you wanted to put forth, then please do get in touch with the show. By all the means, I've already told you, but at ShirtsPod on Instagram is mainly the main one. Right. Jake, if people want to find you and get in touch with you on the pod, where can they find you?
I am at Art on Shirts FC on all of the social medias.
Got any good stuff coming up?
Yeah. Might be able to see behind me, maybe not, because they're kind of hidden. I have something a little bit different. I've got 3 Wigan Warriors rugby shirts that I've been working on that are ready to sort of go back to the client. So that's cool. That's something a little bit different and venturing out into different sports, which is always quite cool to do. And then after those are finished, I've got a big run of signed Manchester United shirts, a couple for a client, a couple that I've got for myself. So we're going to see the likes of current season players like Mbuemo, Sesko, Saint Lamans. But then we've also got a couple of legends as well, like Wayne Rooney, Nemanja Vidic. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff coming.
That sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing them. Helen, if people want to get in touch with you for some help with editing and producing and stuff, where can they find you?
You can find me at crabsalum.com. I'm Helen Crabsalum. And I've just finished a really nice project for somebody's birthday. Her husband commissioned a video and got lots of people to record little pieces of camera talking about how brilliant she is. But he also digitized a lot of home videos from when she was a kid. So I could kind of overlay people talking about her and her life with footage of her when she was a kid and footage of her now. And it made a really beautiful video, really, really effective. If anyone out there wants to make a football one of these, something, if you've got loads of footage of you as somebody that you love as a kid in the 90s playing football, maybe they still play now, and we could film some up-to-date footage of them playing, and maybe they've got kids who play. I really have enjoyed working in this kind of style. I'd be well up for that project, but I would like to be paid for it, at least enough to fix my computer.
Oh, well, that can't ask for fairer than that.
That sounds good. Was a tear shed? Was a tear shed first?
Oh, many,
Yeah, I bet there
many,
was,
in a
yeah.
really satisfying way. And he had put it in this book, so it's a book that you open, and then the
Even
video
better.
played. And
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I'm really happy with how much people cried at it.
Brilliant.
And finally, Rich, if people want to find you on the socials and get in touch with you, where can they find you?
I mean, the old Football Attic, we don't really use that anymore, but I'm on Instagram under @FootballAtticShirts, where I occasionally remember to upload some of my shirt collection. So I do that occasionally. But yeah, give me a follow. It'd be just nice to connect with people. So
That's true, but also if people want to find your body of work, they can buy a book, right?
they can. I mean, look. What's this doing here? It's the obviously for the people that are just listening to this, the A to Z of Weird and Wonderful Football Shirts, a broccoli beer, and a bruised bananas by me, Richie Johnson. But I think you can only get it from the publisher now, or you can find it secondhand for about £5 or something, probably. I mean, many a chance.
I have said it on record many a time, and I'll say it again. It is the inspiration behind this podcast. So it is an excellent read. It's wonderful if you want to grow your shirt knowledge, or have just a little, what they call it, like coffee table book, right? Little coffee table book.
I think it was described by TalkSport as the ultimate toilet book, which I will take. I quite like that.
Oh, mate, if you got a quote from TalkSport, right. We are the Wonderful World of Football Shirts. That has been the first episode of Desert Island Kits. If you want to get in touch and get involved on Desert Island Kits, you think you've got 3 excellent shirts, a great snack, a great drink, and a great packet of crisps you want to bring with you, then please do get in contact. We would love to have you on the show. We're going to do about 1 a month. So, well, yeah. Rich, it'll be my pleasure to give you the pleasure to say goodbye to our beautiful listeners.
Well, in that case, then, given the shirt I've got on, hey, goodbye, everybody. That was me doing an impression of Kerr at the end of my sleep.